for this task, we're going to look at task 10, because in task 9 we just created the generate UUID private method for the out class. So for task 10, we are going to implement the .session create session method, which we'll be using to create a section. It's going to take email as argument and return a session ID. Then the session ID is going to be a string, and we're going to be using this generate UID private method to generate the session ID and then add it to the database. First, we have to make sure that we import optional from typing for the sake of annotation. Then come right down here and we declare the function that takes email string as argument, and as usual we enclose it in a try except block. Then we are going to try to find the user by the provided email. If the user exists, okay, first we declare a section ID by generating a UUID with the function. Then we are going to update the user section in the database using the update user method. It takes in the user ID and then updates the session ID, which was initially none. Then after that we return the session ID. If there's any exception or if any error occurs, catch it and then we return. So in the main, here we are going to be testing this. We have our email, the password, and then instance of auth. Then we are registering the user with the email and password. So here we're creating a section, the user, then we're passing the user the email. Let's see. So we see that here with existing email, we were able to create a session ID and return it for this existing email. For non-existing email, we just return none. For this next task, we are going to be creating a route that will create section for the user. So it's going to be a post method, and name of the function is login, and it's going to return optional tuple, and we're going to include it in a try except block. And then we are going to first check if the request method is post. If it's post, retrieve the email from the form and then strip it from children and leading white spaces. Then do the same thing for the password and then strip the children and leading white spaces. And then we enclose this in another try except block. We're going to use the valid login to validate the email and password. So this is going to return a boolean, either true or false. If it's true, we move on. If it's false, we abort with one from Flask. Next, we generate a session ID using the auth.create section and passing the email. Then we create a response message, and then next we are going to use make response to pass the message, and then we followed by we set cookie. So the name of this cookie is going to be session ID, and the value is going to be the session ID, the generated UUID string is going to be the value. Then we are going to return the response, and then if there's value error, we are going to abort with 401. If the request method is not post, we abort with 401. If there is any other unexpected exception, we abort with 401. Then we are going to go up and import make response, and then import optional and tuple from typing. Let's include this in a place and then move it this way.